Good evening all. My name is Pranjali Vyas. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior
Good evening
volunteer,
all. My name is
Mrs.
Pranjali
Sangeeta
Vyas. I'm a
ma'am,
SPICmacay
and she'll be
volunteer
taking us
from
ahead
Mumbai
she'll be
chapter.
taking it ahead
I've been
from here.
volunteering with
So let's
SPICmacay
have
since
her.
2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior
Good evening
volunteer.
all. My name is
Mrs.
Pranjali
Sangeeta
Vyas. I'm a
Dr.
SPICmacay
She'll be
volunteer
taking us
from
ahead
Mumbai
she'll be
chapter.
taking it ahead
I've been
from here.
volunteering with
So
SPICmacay
let's
since
have her.
2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior volunteer. My name is Pranjali Vyas. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior volunteer. My name is Pranjali Vyas. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior volunteer. My name is Padma Shri Dr. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior volunteer. My name is Sangeeta Vyas. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you. We have our senior volunteer. My name is Sangeeta Vyas. I'm a SPICmacay volunteer from Mumbai chapter. I've been volunteering with SPICmacay since 2019 and it's a delight to be here with all of you.
Second afternoon when you start discovering yourself, and that is discovering yourself is part of that period of work. Then I take you to the journey of what is SPICmacay. Let's understand for what we have come here, and then we take the thing forward, because if we do not know the meaning of the organization, nothing comes naturally, and one cannot volunteer correctly, properly to this organization. So then continuing to all, I am here. We are working for SPICmacay, managing our job. So it is a very, very non-profitable voluntary organization. So before I start my lecture, because both of us are teachers and we actually know how to give lectures to children, and we are still my students, let's begin with discovering yourself and then we take it forward.
को हम छू सकते हैं, गा रही हैं तुम प्रभु जो आपके हाथ में लगातार चलती पेंसिल, प्रोपगेटिंग क्यूबिक, आज का अखबार। कुछ चीजें सिर्फ महसूस की जाती हैं, नई कार में बैठकर सपने पूरे होने का एहसास, नए फोन पर पहली बार अपना मनपसंद गाना, लगातार चलती पेंसिल से बना नया स्केच, आज के अखबार की हेडलाइन पढ़कर आया गुस्सा। कुछ चीजें सिर्फ महसूस की जाती हैं। हमारा म्यूजिक, हमारा कल्चर, योगा, मेडिटेशन, हमारे फेस्टिवल, ये सब हजारों सालों से इंसान की अंदर की भूख को पूरा करते आए हैं, भूख जो महसूस की जाती है। In society for the promotion of Indian classical music and culture amongst people, SPICmacay उन लोगों से बनी है जो महसूस करते हैं या करना चाहते हैं। बच्चे, बड़े, स्टूडेंट्स, प्रोफेशनल्स, टीचर्स, डॉक्टर्स। फर्क ये नहीं पड़ता कि आपकी उम्र या प्रोफेशन क्या है, सवाल ये है कि आप अपने को समझने के लिए किस हद तक जाएंगे। SPICmacay का लोगो है दी वर्टिकल आई और द इनर आई, द आई ऑफ परसेप्शन एंड इंक्वायरी। हमारे लिए म्यूजिक, कल्चर, आर्ट, हमारी सभ्यता, फिलॉसफी वो जरिए हैं जिनसे हम अपनी अमूल्य सांस्कृतिक धरोहर को समझ पाते हैं। वो धरोहर जिसको हम वक्त के साथ साथ किसी हद तक भूलते जा रहे हैं। स्पिक मैके के हाथ और कंधे हैं स्पिक मैके के वॉलंटियर्स, वो लोग जो इस तेज रफ्तार जिंदगी के बावजूद अपनी विरासत, अपनी आइडेंटिटी, हमारे देश की आत्मा और स्वरूप के साथ जुड़े रहना चाहते हैं। हर साल स्पिक मैके के देश भर में फैले वॉलंटियर्स स्कूल्स, कॉलेजेस, इंस्टीट्यूशंस में हजारों इवेंट्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं। इन इवेंट्स से हमारी सभ्यता और संस्कृति वहां पहुंचती है जहां हमारा भविष्य है, हमारा फ्यूचर है, हमारा यूथ। फिल्म, थिएटर, म्यूजिक, डांस फॉर्म्स, फोक आर्ट और इन जैसे और माध्यमों से हम लाखों लोगों तक अपनी हजारों साल की विरासत को पहुंचा पाते हैं। वो विरासत जो सिर्फ हमारी है, वो विरासत जिसको बचाना या जाने देना सिर्फ हमारे हाथ में है। वो विरासत जिसको आज हमारी जरूरत है।
So I would like to know if anyone in the audience was aware of this organization before this. One person, two. Okay, can I get your name, please? Can you stand up and just give your details? Can I give you the mic? Is it possible? Yeah. Would like to know your name, from which region you come, and how you got to know about this organization. Were you sometime a volunteer?
So hi, I am Aditya Anil Kumar. So I got to know, I come from Nagpur, Maharashtra. So I got to know about SPIC MACAY through my school. I was not a volunteer, but we used to have an event through SPIC MACAY that was relating to fur painting. So
Okay.
I was a part of that program.
So you learned fur painting during
Yeah.
your school days.
School days, yeah.
And what was your experience when you learned this?
So it was a
Was it stress relieved?
yeah, a different experience altogether, painting on a canvas, using natural colors, that sort of thing.
Okay.
A very unique experience.
Thank you so much. We have one more volunteer over there. The future volunteers are all listening to us.
Yeah, I'm Sandra. Like I had in our college, this event was conducted or organized like this itself. Like people from famous people used to come and showcase their arts and talents.
Okay, from which part of India do you belong to?
I'm from Kerala.
Okay, and do you remember any artists as such that, or any art form?
There
That-
was one artist who played the sitar, so that I remember.
Okay.
It was during my undergraduation.
Pardon?
It was during my undergraduation.
Okay. So, thank you so much. We have two children or two youngsters, two youth, who had actually got an opportunity to talk about or learn about this movement. And like you all, there are many, many thousands of them, from school children to college, to people going to offices, to the retired ones, everyone working for the movement to make sure that it goes to every nook and corner, reaches to every school, colleges, institution. And it's very, very important that we get more and more number of volunteers to make this movement very, very successful. Now, because the entire group over here who's waiting, You all should understand in depth about or be aware of what this entire movement, organization is all about. We have very senior artists who have been with us, associated with us, who are present here. They actually traveled all the way from Pune to come here to meet Dr. Kiran Seth ji. So let us quickly understand. We start with the first thing to understand whatever we begin, like you're MBA students, so you need to know what you're learning, what is the specialization, later on what is the future of it. Let's understand the word SPIC MACAY. It is Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst Youth. Can you see the I in between? Anybody who remembers when we were talking about discovering yourself? Anybody who paid attention to what was the meaning of that I? Okay, do we have two eyes? Everyone? So, is that eye or is this the third eye? Oh, wow. You're all intelligent children. So, third eye, what does third eye talk about? Anybody? Who has the third eye? Shiva. And what is the significance of that third eye? Self-realization. Okay, self. It has a lot of power in it. So when your both eyes cannot see something, that's the third eye that can work out for it, right? So this third eye is about music. It's about culture. It's about creating awareness amongst youth. India is a beautiful land, and we have a array of things around us, from painting to music to dance form to folk to classical. And it's a privilege to watch an artist perform without paying, isn't it? And you can right away, you can share the dais with them when they're performing during the Virasat series or whenever they're performing for SPIC MACAY. So it's a non-profitable movement founded in 1977. And you know who founded? Professor Kiran Seth ji. And he was an IITian from Delhi. After that, he also continued his profession, but that's how he got to know that he needs to do more for creating awareness and spreading awareness and talking about this, taking this movement to more corners. And you know, these artists are the real pillars who have always supported us with one phone call, going to remote place, performing at times without a platform, doing it even on the grounds, without maybe proper sound system. I've seen so many artists doing it, and it's, you know, hats off to their dedication to keep the culture alive and to be associated with us. These are various activities that come under SPIC MACAY. Classical music, we have Carnatic and Hindustani. Instrumental and vocal, so we have even Drupad. Classical dance, we have a good number of classical dance. Folk music, folk dance, painting. Heritage walks. So most of the times we watch something and then we forget about that particular place. So heritage walk is something which whenever we have a Virasat series or whenever we have an international convention, people actually wait for this heritage walk where they're taken to certain known, unknown heritage place of that particular region, and they're getting awareness of that region, that place, that monument. And spirituality, Sufi, Qawwali and Gurbani. Anyone aware of any of these three mein se kuch? Sufi, Arijit Singh, Sufiana, oh, their smile. Anyone with this photograph, the one who learned painting? So from Madhubani to Fard painting, there are a lot of artists who are associated with us, and they come with just one phone call. From Bengal, Calcutta, from Goa, from Kashmir, from all corners of our, whose families are working. You know, generations are working to keep the folk painting or the paintings alive. So we have around 350 chapters in India and abroad. We had 7,000 plus concerts every day, 500 plus supporting artists, 1,500 educational institutions. They're all trying to send an impact to the future. So this is the network of our movement where we are spread across, and we would like to continue spreading. If you see, from plastics to everything, helping anyone. After that, in the conventions of 7 days, then there are, you know, you get a breakfast. After that, you go for intensives. Now, these intensives means they are workshops. You learn over there classical music, or you learn classical dance, folk dance. You learn a lot of craft, painting with a guru directly. There are only 25 children and a guru. And there's, there's one more, 2 gurus with the entire team. And you're one-on-one learning from them. And by the end of the 7th day, you have made 1 or 2 artifacts which you're carrying, which you're taking home, making a frame and saying, yeah, I've made it. So from Fad to, I learned Kalamkari, Bandage, it was Madhubani. There are lots and lots of, if you just Google, you all can actually volunteer to come for 7 days and get this. After that, we have something which has come, new, that is Yoga Nidra. Nidra sabko pyari hai, right? But ये 1.5 घंटे की जो निद्रा होती है वो योग निद्रा, means it is guided. So you are doing shavasana, which is guided, which makes you feel more, more settled. And after that, we have concerts. All eminent artists performs, and the dinner time is at 5 o'clock. So before sunset, if you eat, it is said to be healthy. And after that, we have another set of concerts for all the people who have joined. And then we have Nidra. And then get up again at 3:30 for the yoga. Anybody interested to check on that? No one wants to try. Okay. Whenever it happens, we'll send a link to your professors, and you should give a try. Going at least in one convention or international convention is where we have people coming from outside India also. This is rural school intensives, similar format of the national intensives, where we actually go to the remote places. And that's what I said. There are places where there are no sound systems, there is no stage, but we have artists performing over there and doing it for the future generation, so that they are also aware of this movement, they are also aware of our culture. Anybody who remembers, knows the artist, the name? Okay. Which art form? Okay. Painting? There is one more thing, that is scholarship scheme. It is conducted every year. 200 plus students get an opportunity. It's 1 month stay with a guru. It's a Gurukul system. You can directly go there. Now, you can't go directly, okay? There's a proper protocol. You have to undergo a proper interview, and then you are the one who is selected, and then you get the opportunity of being with a guru for 1 month and learn the intricacies of an art form, whatever you like. So these are the 4 things that you can learn, or the Dagar Gharana or Birju Maharaj ji, even Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji also, if I'm not mistaken. The This is the recognition that Dr. Kiran Seth ji received for his work. He was awarded Padma Shri in 2009. He was also given Rajiv Gandhi National Sadbhavna Award. It was on behalf for SPIC MACAY, and NDTV India of the Year to Dr. Kiran Seth ji in 2008. We also get support by KVs, Kendriya Vidyalayas, Navodayas, Sangeet Natak Academy, Indian Council of Cultural Relation, even the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has also given his, he's been very, very grateful, gracious for telling that this movement needs to reach to every part of India. So governors of nearly 15 states, even the Mumbai governor has been, like we're having talks with him, the state governments, Department of Education, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Youth Affairs, Ministry of Tourism. What does SPIC MACAY do? Inspire the young, ignite a spark of inquiry, promote voluntary work, inculcate a spirit of service to the nation, provide leadership opportunities to the young, and a constructive alternative for utilizing time through Indian heritage. So its core purpose is to have every child experience the inspiration and mysticism embodied in Indian and world heritage. So, did you like this? How many of you are inspired now? Let me try once. Let me just go once for the one-day concert. No one? One-day concert also nahi. Anybody who's, okay, good. Anybody who feels that, yes, maybe after 1 or 2 years, maybe 4 years later, or maybe right now, I can just become a volunteer and help in any small way that I can. Okay, we have few hands. So if you're very confident, why do we look here and there? Just raise your hand and say, yes. I may give a call to an artist. I can just check if water supply is there. I can just check if schools are aware of it. I can just go around in my community and tell them. If I have my old school, I can just go and tell my principal that why can't we have this for the young generation? Yes? And you all can also have it over here. You have such a beautiful auditorium. You have the entire faculty, your team, always supporting us. And we can have a 3 days, 7 days, 1 day concerts or conventions for getting a very, those 3 days or 7 days when you're doing only this, you will understand that it helps you to relieve your stress. Like this Saturday, you're coming here stressed, right? 1 hour, 2 hours, we could have completed this. But once you go out of the auditorium, you will say, oh, I saw so-and-so person, and he's so-and-so. I know this artist. I was right in front of him. I could just hear them. And whenever they just pass by, you get that positivity with them. Because they are the ones who have been with this movement for not getting any commercial, commercial gain. It is for the service to the society. It's so difficult, right? Is it easy? It's very difficult. Like people over here want to earn. Are you all thinking, what's my paycheck? How much will I get? What is it, CGPA? Yes, then you have interview, campus interview. I have to knock it. I have to make sure that I come first. But do we think what makes us happy? Whenever you're upset, do you all hear songs? It could be any song, right? Even the, the English, the Western songs also are classical songs. And when you hear songs, do you feel good? It could be anything depending on the status of your mind. If you're very, very upset, you will hear all the sad songs. Or it could be the ulta, that you want to just pep out. Your reels tell us the stories. What's the mental state of the child? Right? How many of you feel that, okay, dancing makes me feel good wherever I go? Yeah, the ones who can dance, the ones who can't even dance also feel. They can just go to the bathroom and start dancing and make themselves feel good. Right? So when we know that, and India is entirely a culture, music, dance. So if we have, why not be proud of it and portray, promote, support, make sure that it reaches to every corner. Can anybody tell me what's Kiran Seth's age? Yes? Yeah, so the MBA students, 74-year young man, I should say, taking this movement ahead. You will very soon see the number of artists coming with us today. Few could not. We have an artist here who is 77, but he's also one of the one amongst youngest one. You know what has made him still being? He's coming from Pune. Ajay Pohankar ji. So I was fortunate to have him in my school also. And the love towards their culture, love towards the heritage brings them back to the roots. And that's something which we're looking for. And we'll make sure that amongst all of you who are sitting here, at least attends one concert and make sure that NITIE also has a 3-day Virasat series at least, if not 7 days, where you begin with not early morning yoga, a little late, and you have intensives where you learn painting, dance, any other form, and then you have concerts where artists come and perform, and you get the opportunity to right away see them performing. Any questions that you all have? When are you all going home? There's no answer to it. It's only after the artists meet. No questions? How do I become a volunteer is not a question. Is that a question that anyone has? All are aware of what to do, right? Okay. Pranjali, would you like to share certain? Okay, so see you around, and anytime you feel that you want to become a volunteer, please contact your seniors and they will guide you. And I would request, it's an urge, it's a small request from our end. The movement cannot go forward if the youth is only not helping it. We need young volunteers. We need this movement to continue for more and more years to come. Thank you. Anjali, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the brilliant introduction for those who were not introduced to SPIC MACAY before this. Since I consider myself one of the very junior volunteers. I'm learning every day with every orientation. In fact, I must add that it was here at NITIE that in 2019, if I'm not wrong, we witnessed a phenomenal performance by late Kanak Releji, and it was a beautiful Mohini Attam. She did a short presentation, and her students were the one who had done a short presentation, and it was a phenomenal experience. I was sitting right somewhere behind over here, and I think some of the members over here may have been there. But so I consider that NITIE already has a chapter, and NITIE's always been integral in taking it ahead. So yeah, I just wanted to add that. I would like to invite Dr. Prashad Ambarji. He's the Dean of Academics at MIT Aurangabad. Sir, if we can have you on stage and share your experience.
So thank you, Pranjali. I'm associated with SPIC MACAY since around 2008. I am actually alumnus of IIT Delhi, and I started my journey being a student of Dr. Kiran Seth. I was not having any idea about SPIC MACAY initially, but I started working with Dr. Kiranji as he's organizing number of events at IIT Delhi. And then we started volunteering for the events. So Madam has given one angle where our objective is to have a promotion of Indian classical music and traditions. But another angle is where as you are from some management side, so how our skill sets related to the management can be developed. Because organizing an event is a bit a challenging task, and there are a lot of things that we need to manage. Recently, we have conducted one Shruti Amrut at our city, Aurangabad, where more than 2000 audiences were there, and 4 performances were there, and we had a very great experience in that. I have also attended the convention which was held at VNIT Nagpur in the last month, and I have attended that event along with my 10 students. So it initially, as the madam has given with the schedule of it starts right 4 in the morning and ends at around 9:30 in the evening. So it seems that how I can manage that. Initially, we thought also the same way, that how we could able to make that time. Means we don't have a habit to start our morning at 4 in the morning. We generally have a habit more to not to sleep early, but to not to wake up early in the morning. So we started with that. We have to wake up at 3 in the morning, and then we have to start our day, and we start with yoga in the morning, and till 7 we have yoga, and madam has already given you the schedule. So it was a very hectic schedule for 7 days, but after that we realized that it was a wonderful experience for all of us to be there, and my students also enjoyed that 7-day journey. Initially they were not, but now they are saying that next year also we want to attend the similar events. And the advantage that we will get with such events is that we can get associated with great artists. We get associated with number of intensives where we can able to learn the number of new things through this. And you will really love. This is a different kind of experience. Most of you might not have experienced it, because whenever the madam has told you that how many of you were a part of it. So similar to that, I was also not there part of it when I went to IIT Delhi. Then I have started my journey to get associated with SPIC MACAY, and we have conducted around 10 plus events at our institute, and we have a team of around 200 plus volunteers of students who are mostly UG and PG students at our institute from the engineering background. And I hope you will also enjoy this journey with SPIC MACAY. Thank you very much, Pranjali.
Thank you, sir. Till we have one more senior volunteer coming with us, I would just like to tell you one thing. So my school has been working, and we've gone to all national and international conventions. And, my children who are in class grade 8, 9, 10, so they are always every year waiting for it. Ma'am, when are we going? Are we having it? And we have it in year में 2 बार. So one is 2 days का Pune chapter में होता है. वहाँ पे भी हम हमेशा बच्चों को लेके जाते हैं. और ये जो 7 days का होता है, वहाँ पे भी हम लेके जाते हैं. And you will not believe, our children initially, 4 o'clock कौन उठता है मैम? Yoga 4, हम नहीं उठेंगे. But वो 7 days के बाद they don't want to come back. They say that was a better one. That was a better life. The entire 7 days they're cribbing, okay? getting up early in the morning. What is this, ma'am? We are. But by the time the journey is coming to an end, they feel, wow, what a journey it was. And you won't believe there were children who were just sitting besides Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji or Birju Maharaj ji, just, just looking at them, and they are all the great artists. And the artists, allow them to sit on the dais when they're performing. And it's such a beautiful journey that they see and watch, and they actually get inspired with. So the job for us is over here, and I would request the Prakriti to come forward and take it ahead from here. And over to you, and wish you all the best in your life. May you get whatever you wish for. And along with this, make our wish true, become the volunteers and help the movement.
Hello, everyone. So I think we all know about what SPICmacay is and what it stands for. Now let's, know Kiran sir a little bit better. So Dr. Kiran Seth is a renowned classical sitar player, cultural leader, and distinguished academician. He's also a former professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the IIT Delhi. He is a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Sciences, India. His work has been recognized with numerous awards, including the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India. He has also won the Sahitya Kala Parishad Award, which is the highest award in the field of performing arts in India. Now, let's delve deep into Sir's remarkable life journey by watching a video, or, if we can get Sir on Zoom, then we'll actually, get to talk to him. So, yeah. So we have Sir with us. So, yeah.
Yeah. When they come, you tell me. They're there. Oh, MC. Are they there? But is it connected? No, but they're connected. It's now connected. Oh, hello, my friends. First of all, I'm really apologetic for not being there physically right now. I should have been there. And really, truly, we had planned it all to be there. I'll give you, we had this appointment at 3:30 with the governor. We said we won't be able to go at 3:30. You will please help us by bringing it forward. So we got the appointment made at 2 o'clock. And we thought that if we go there by 2 o'clock, we'll reach by about 3 o'clock, have the meeting by, we'll go and reach there by 2 o'clock, have the meeting for about half an hour till 2:30, and then come back by 1.5 hours, be ready to be with you all at 4 p.m. But we reached there at 2:20, and after that, we were made to wait for more about 1.5 hours. We only got to meet him at about 4 o'clock. I really apologize for this. And I know that, let me just confirm it. Yeah. You can just confirm whether they're being able to hear me or not. Yes. Just confirm.
Hi, are we audible? Can hear you.
Yeah, you can see me.
Yeah.
All can hear you. There are more than 100 students. Yeah, I've been told that there are about 100 students there, and I once again apologize. But here I have with me here in the car. We are heading towards your place. I have 3 other people whom I'd like to introduce to you. There is Neha here. You can see her. Lovely Neha. She has been with us for a number of years. She joined us when she was a student at Lady Irwin College in Delhi. Then there's Avinash, who is a professor in IIT Mumbai. He was in IIT Delhi as a student, and now he's here teaching in IIT Bombay. And this is Sabyasachi. He's our national secretary. Has given a very good contribution to the movement. And I have had the fortune of coming to your institution at least 2 or 3 times before. And I even stayed in your guest house when we were having the international convention in Mumbai. And I think that you all can benefit, and you must have been exposed to SPIC MACAY and NITIE, because we have had a group there for a long period of time. And you might ask, why are we doing all this? It is more to make you better at your work. And I'll give you my own example as a student. I was a student at IIT, and I used to sing Western music with a guitar. But there was one visionary staff member who used to organize a whole night of Indian classical music. And that's where I got, we used to sit at the back. We were not interested in the music. We'd play cards, go to sleep. But he did something for me which I can never forget. And he planted a seed into us which is still growing into a massive tree. And from which I derive tuition for whatever I do. I took up this. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I took up this cycle yatra from Srinagar to Kanyakumari to try and spread this beautiful movement that we have been, many of us have been affected by, to small places in the country. And my experiences with this yatra have been that country is very, very beautiful. Lots of different, the terrain so different, the habits, food, but there's a common thread of which joins us all together, and that's one thing very beautiful in our country. But the flip side is that we are becoming very outward, very showy, superficial, I would say, having big colleges, schools, hospitals, smart this, smart that, but no smartness within. So I think what is required is that we take the best of the West, no doubt. Wonderful things are there which one has learned from the West, but we also take the best of what our country has to offer. If we have this 1-2 combination, it will be super. I'd also like Avinash to say a few words because he has been a student at IIT Delhi, and he could also give a little bit of his own experiences because he's also seen SPIC MACAY not only in IIT Delhi but also in Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, where he was doing his PhD. So I'll request him to say a few words also. Avinash?
Hi everyone. I think what I can talk about with respect to how some exposure to Indian classical music that has helped me, continuing the same thread that Professor Seth was talking about. So I was one of his students at IIT Delhi, and again, didn't have much exposure to Indian classical music growing up. And it's the same thing that I was talking about. To appreciate and absorb what you get through the classical music, the tals, which also appreciated my interest in mathematics, which I believe, Professor Seth says it's the language of gods, I say it's the language of nature. Whatever you believe it, it's something that kind of is what resides in music as well. Through music, through mathematics. And for me, that was where I drew that connection. And I think it has only kind of flourished over the years. How my research and my interest, I think some of the best ideas that I've had is while I'm listening to resonate inside, I would say. So yeah, I mean, I would, if you can, I would request that this is there is So yeah, I would just request most of you to, um, along with any other things that you enjoy, try opening yourself up to some of the Indian classical expressions of um, dance forms or um, music, and only through that sort of opening yourself up to that exposure, you can probably peel off some of the layers and probably be able to appreciate the beauty that lies within. I'm sure it kind of um, you know amazed me as to what lied sort of beyond my own um, understanding of classical music, and then which also helped me appreciate a lot of other things in life. And I hope the same might happen to you as well. So yeah, that is all I can say, and I'll give this back to Professor Seed, who can probably enlighten me more. Thank you.
Thanks. And I'd also like to request, Neha, who's sitting here with me. She was a student at Lady Irwin College in Delhi, and how she has been also affected by it. Just here, Neha.
Good evening, all. I'm Neha Bandyopadhyay. I joined SPIC MACAY in 1993 when I was in first year Lady Irwin College. Those days were ragging time, and to avoid ragging, I used to go for Saturday Lady Irwin College meetings. The ragging continued for 3 months, and those 3 months, 3 to 4, 12 Saturdays changed everything. And since then, I'm with SPIC MACAY. Thank you, Kiran sir. It sows seeds inside your body, and then it starts growing. And it's still growing. This is what he says, and I believe that. Thank you.
I'd also like to have, Sabyasachi, who is our National Secretary of SPIC MACAY, who has given a lovely contribution. He was at VNIT Nagpur, and he joined us in his first year. Just now we had a convention a week-long convention in VNIT Nagpur, which he also coordinated. And this convention at VNIT Nagpur, which we have, we have a convention every year. It's a wonderful experience, and some of you, many of you, all of you, must try to come for one of our conventions which we have. And I'll request Sabyasachi to say something now. Yeah.
A very good evening to all of you. My warm regards to all the seniors, our professors, artists who have joined us today. So I would like to take this opportunity to speak a little bit about SPIC MACAY for the students and also share our experiences with all those present there. So I joined SPIC MACAY in B19 Nagpur, and I'd like to share that our classical art forms are something which requires to sow seeds or to nurture it on a everyday basis, on a daily basis, and only through the constant nurturing, and like a small tree which we take care of, like a small seed which we sow, we need to keep watering the seed, and slowly, one day the seeds grows into a small tree. And if we protect the small tree from all the predators and all the wildlife and all the nature's adversities, it will finally grow into a huge tree which will be bearing fruits after many years. And then finally you will start getting it starts giving us fruits. So in the same way, our classical arts is like that small seed that we need to keep nurturing on an everyday basis, and it will bear fruits into a big tree one day. And that's how we have learned to appreciate, not only appreciate, but also also be one with it, be part of it, and make it a part of our daily lives. And that's how we've all been trying to reach a state of zone that we call as the alpha zone. And through regular practice, through regular being a regular rasika, or maybe through actually learning it, or appreciating it on a regular basis, we reach slowly trying to reach a state of bliss that is the alpha zone. And that's what takes us gives us meaning, makes us more humane, makes us a more sensible, sensitive, sensitized humans. So this is what my message is, that it is like a sea, it is like an ocean that nurtures us from within, and it gives us a connect with our inner self. Make sure that I write. That is very important for us to do well in anything that we are doing in life, including science, including management, including arts. So this is with this I like to conclude what I would like to say, and I'll invite all of you to give a little bit of your time to this very abstract, subtle, mystical, and very beautiful and delicate concept. And I'm sure it will, like that tree and that seed, it will always nurture you back and nourish you throughout forever. So thank you. I now hand over to Dr. Seth to share a few things.
Okay, my friends, if there's anything that you want to comment on or ask, please feel free to do so. And maybe Pranjali can communicate, and then I can say whatever my feelings are on that. Would that be okay? Is Pranjali there? Pranjali? Can you ask Pranjali to find out if they want to ask anything, and then I can further extrapolate. Of the artist. Yeah. We will invite artists also.
Yes. So if anyone would like to ask any questions to Dr. Seth, please let us know, and sir will address your questions. Okay, so they will be typing the questions. Yes, we can see your questions.
Over to you all, the audience. If anyone have any questions that you would like to answer, Kiranji would be doing it right away.
Yes, you can type any questions that you would ask to Dr. Seth.
Okay, once again, I stand in front of you and
We do have
mute this for just, yeah. Okay. So Dr. Seth has been cycling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, and while he's also been working, he's been driving and leading this movement ahead. I'm sure you all might have some questions for him regarding his experience of cycling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and now all the way back from Kanyakumari. and what has driven him so far ahead. So if you all have any questions, Dr. Seth would be very happy to answer them. So be it, even if they are related to your career, your academic interest, I'm sure you all will find the interaction very interesting. So if you have any question, do direct it to us and we'll redirect it to him. Anyone? Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
A very warm welcome to NITIE Mumbai, and thank you for having us. I don't know if they can hear us. Can they hear us?
Ma'am, I'll type it. I
know you'll type the question, but can they hear us?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So then, Mike, I don't need the mic.
Yeah.
Two questions, one related to cycling, one related to arts and music. So, is India, is cycling a good option in the Indian roads? Is it sustainable or is it a very elite choice for travel? Same for arts also. Is that a sustainable career option for people or is it an elite choice?
Okay, so we have some questions from the audience. So, is cycling a good option on Indian roads?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And is it sustainable or is it a elite choice? Likewise, for arts, is career in arts an elite choice or is it a option?
Regarding cycling, just as Avinash is saying, it's quite fine. You know why? Because, of course, there can be tough times. It's not that it's always fine. But on the highways and all, they have made a white line. And there's a sort of like a ledge which you can move on. And if you move there, largely speaking, you're quite okay. But even when I was moving on the ledge, I was hit by a scooter in Chikbalapur in Karnataka. So you can't be 100% sure, but that way you can't be 100% sure in anything. And it's a good thing to go on these, long distance cycle rides, because what they do is they make you, they can make you become very, your concentration becomes very, very good and becomes like a meditation. So it's a nice thing. Now regarding arts, we don't want NITIE students to become musicians or dancers. That's not the aim. What we want is you to do much, much better in what you're doing, what you're studying. And classical music and dance can definitely help you with that, because like I'm saying, even in cycling, when I've been doing this yatra from Srinagar to Kanyakumari, I think one of the most wonderful things was that classical music has made me very concentrated. And you require very good concentration if you want to cycle, because if you're not careful, naturally anything can happen. So you have to be very concentrated, number one. Number two, you must also have the willpower. I'm now 74. So if you want to cycle like a long distance, you'll have to have that willpower, come what may, sunshine or rain or whatever, you have to get on the cycle. And I can tell you of my own experience that when I was passing through Dabra, in Madhya Pradesh, I got uh, diarrhea, like very strong uh, thing of diarrhea. And I felt that now I can't do it. I must go back to Delhi. But I said, no, no, no. I've uh, given a commitment, and I have to do it. So what happened was that I continued, took some pills, and got on the cycle and went on. Then when I was crossing the Satpura range, my right knee gave way, and then I used this gingiber oil, which I've given to also to but these people sitting next to me, and it worked wonders. And also I went ahead. But what I'm trying to point out is there have been lots of ups and downs, and to have the willpower and the concentration to do this, you have to, you know, things like classical music can really, really, really help. So we are not, as I said, trying to make musicians out of engineers or out of, you know, people who are doing other subjects, but trying to make them finer human beings and make them better in whatever they are doing. Would that answer your question? You can find out whether it answers the question or not. Does it answer the question?
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Seth. So hope that answers your question.
Ma'am, we hope that answered your
I'll
question.
now request
Okay, ma'am.
Pranjali to take it ahead and invite some of our great attendees today and request them to share a few words with our August gathering today. And we look forward to joining you physically in NITIE just now. Thank you. And Pranjali, please take it. Thank you.
Yes, that's what I mean. We have a small video and we'd like to play that. Post that, we'll start with the artist meet. So just give us a few minutes. Thank you.
संस्थापक स्पिकमा के डॉक्टर किरण सेठ से अज़्म है दिल में तो मंजिल भी कोई दूर नहीं, सामने आए जो दीवार तो गिराते चलिए। ऐसे ही अज़्म और अपनी विरासत को थाम आगे ले जाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध हैं, जो है खामोश और सादा तबीयत लेकिन धुन के पक्के डॉक्टर किरण सेठ। 27 अप्रैल 1949 को किरण सेठ का जन्म श्री भोजराज सेठ और भगवती सेठ के घर हुआ। माता पिता के आदर्श उन्हें विरासत में मिले और उनके लाड़ प्यार ने उन्हें एक बेहतर इंसान बनने में मदद की। शुरुआत पाश्चात्य संगीत से होती है, लेकिन उनका बाकायदा शास्त्रीय संगीत से परिचय बीटेक के दौरान आईआईटी खड़गपुर में होता है और फिर द ग्रीन एमेच्योर नाइट कार्यक्रम के बाद संगीत के नए अध्याय से उनका परिचय होता है। पेशे से डॉक्टर किरण सेठ गणित के प्रोफेसर रहे। कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी से पीएचडी करने के बाद आईआईटी दिल्ली से जुड़े, लेकिन अपने इस एक सफर में अपनी विरासत और संस्कृति को लेकर हमेशा फिक्रमंद रही और यहीं से एक ऐसी संस्था का जन्म 1977 में होता है जो स्पिक मैके के नाम से छा जाती है। स्पिक मैके भारतीय संस्कृति और विरासत को पूर्ण रूप से समर्पित और इस एक बेमिसाल पहल की सोच रही डॉक्टर किरण सेठ की। जहां ज्ञान की रोशनी है तो अध्यात्म से जुड़ी रोशन सोच। कहते हैं बूंद बूंद से गागर भरती है, ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ। अपने इस चरण तक पहुंचने में स्पिक मैके को बेपनाह मुश्किलों और संघर्ष के दौर से भी गुजरना पड़ा।
स्पिक मैके बहुत उम्दा चीज है, बड़ी उम्दा चीज है और उनके संबंध जो हैं, जिसके कार्यकर्ता लोग हैं, इनसे हम बहुत करीब हो गए। पैसा इतना नहीं है, लेकिन ये प्रोग्राम ऐसा करते हैं कि तमाम बच्चों को सुनवा रहे हैं। किसी का भी प्रोग्राम हो, उसको सुनो तो कलाकार जो होगा उसका मूड बनेगा, उसका दिल खुश होगा कि बच्चे बड़े अच्छे हैं।
और आज देश के साथ साथ विदेशों में भी ये संस्था सीमित संसाधनों में गजब का काम कर रही है। डॉक्टर किरण सेठ के इस विजन को संगीत जगत की मकबूल हस्तियों ने सराहा और समय समय पर अपना अमूल्य योगदान भी दिया। स्पिक मैके अपने कार्यक्रमों में छात्रों से कलाकार के सीधे संवाद की प्रक्रिया को बड़ी खूबी से आयोजित करती रही है। डॉक्टर किरण सेठ के इन्हीं प्रयासों को देखते हुए उन्हें बेशुमार पुरस्कारों से सम्मानित किया गया।
Dr. Kiran Seth, who started this activities since 40 years back.
I thank you all for joining us, and from here we will begin with our artist meet. I shall now invite Ms. Mohak Matkar, who is a Speak Macay volunteer, to take it ahead from here. Just give us 2 minutes and we'll resume.
Good evening, everyone. I request Padma Shri Rajam ji and Pandit Dr. Ajay Pohankar ji for Deep Prajwalan on stage. Please welcome.
I would like to invite all the dignitaries, Professor Rafiq Bal sir, Dean Student Affairs, Professor Shankar Murthy sir, Dean Academics, and Ranjani ma'am to please come on stage for the lighting ceremony.
I would like to correct myself. We invite Guru Darshana Zaveri ma'am for the Deep Prajwalan. And I request other dignitaries to join us. Pandit Ajay Pohankar ji.
We are extremely sorry for creating this. She's a new girl learning, and I hope as gurus allow them to make mistakes. I would request all the dignitaries to please come on the stage and be present for the Deep Prajwalan. All the dignitaries from gurus, please sir, please ma'am. Raja Miyaji, please sir, please join. Anuradha ma'am, please join. Nandesh Umabji, please join. It's a movement. Without you, we are no one. So it's because of you that we are standing here. It's because of you that we are learning every day. It's because of your inspiration, your dedication that we are here and the movement is going on strong, and we'll be stronger day by day. So we would request the audience to have a big round of applause. And it's their hard work that we are reaping fruits of our rich culture, our rich heritage, and we're proud to be Indians. आप है तो हम हैं. Zaveri ma'am, please, आप join कीजिए. Darshana ma'am, please, आप भी group में आ जाइए, please. Picture के लिए, एक picture के लिए, ma'am. Can someone help? Can we have a group photograph, please? Yeah, the entire stage also we can occupy, please. Can the volunteers help? The NITIE volunteers, please help. It's a blessing to see all the dignitaries over here on stage. And it's indeed a historical movement and moment to find them here. Darshana ma'am, yeah, please join. Let us all stand for them and give a round of applause. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gurujis. Thank you, Gurus.
I would request Padma Shri Darshana Zaveri ma'am to come on stage and address.
Namaskar. I'm so happy, but I was awaiting for Dr. Kiran Seth to come here, but they requested me to first start. It's wonderful to meet the stalwarts in music and dance in this audience, as well as all the volunteers and helpers of SPIC MACAY. It has been wonderful for me for last more than 30 years to associate myself with SPIC MACAY, the great movement which Dr. Kiran Seth had visualized. He had a great vision to create understanding, appreciation, respect for our rich cultural heritage of classical dance and music among young generation all over India and the world. I have always felt so satisfied meeting them, demonstrating my classical Manipuri dance demonstration all over India. It was really so satisfying experience to see them enjoying the presentation as well as the questions they used to ask after the demonstration. And I have always seen, Namaskar, Dr. Seth. No, I was just mentioning how I'm really felt fortunate to have been associated with Dr. Kiran Seth as well as his vision, the great vision of SPIC MACAY to spread our rich cultural heritage among young generation. And it is wonderful experience which I had for more than 30 years. And I'm really very much grateful to him because I have always believed that dance, music, the wonderful art forms which are so much essential in order to develop the overall personality of a child along with the intellectual development which is attained through our academic studies, but the development of our emotions is very much necessary, and that is only possible because of all the fine arts, and especially classical dance and music. And I have always advised the children, school children or college children, to have one hobby in their life as their lifelong partner. This one of the art forms which can give you that solace, that peace, happiness, the inner joy. And I have always requested them that they must pursue, watch, enjoy, experience that spiritual joy, and to get that joy in their life. I'm really grateful to SPIC MACAY and Dr. Kiran Seth for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I request Ronu Muzumdar ji to come on stage and express your words of wisdom.
First of all, I just want to apologize to everybody. The people, great artists are here, students are here, faculty is here. And you know what happened was, we were very, very clear that we will not be going to the governor's house unless he changed the appointment. He made it, they had fixed the appointment for 3:30. So the appointment was then shifted to 2 o'clock. And we reached there, and they made us wait for 1.5 hours. So I'm not blaming him, but I'm just saying that they could have just said, nahi ho sakta aaj. And we would never have left this, we would have been right here on time, very particular about time. I apologize to you, Rhonda, I apologize to Dr. Rajam, to Darshana ji, to all the wonderful people who are here, to Ajay Pohankar ji, so many people, Vidyadhar Vyas ji. So, you know, so many great people like Kamal Sabri, all the great artists are here. I don't know how many of you know some of these great people who are here with us. So first they will speak.
My humble namaskar to everyone present here. I think this is a very unique opportunity to meet everyone because we hardly see each other. We keep playing here and there separately as when we get chance to do. My experience with SPIC MACAY is very, very deep. I was introduced to SPIC MACAY through my Guruji, Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao. Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao ji asked me when I was just very young to perform for SPIC MACAY as a seva. And I first played in Ruia College for Prerna series about 33, 34 years ago. And then after, I never stopped. What I found is that some places I went to play in South, touring for Chennai circuit, Tamil Nadu circuit, where children do not understand Hindi or Bansuri or even English because they are very small. They were like 5, 6 years old. Still the music, language of music can speak. Sometimes I went in between their classroom and played my flute to connect with them. So just imagine if a child get introduced to this deep art form at that age, how much we talk about personality development, Vyaktitva ka nikhar and all those things nowadays. The best what Vyaktitva ka nikhar, personality development is music. I was doing some teaching in SPIC MACAY workshop, and Dr. said that even tuning Tanpura, listening to it itself is a music therapy. Playing comes second. So it is so deep, and SPIC MACAY is a family of selfless people who just work tirelessly day and night. Students sometimes in tours, students do mistakes, not receiving on time or small things, but we don't mind those things because we know that it is a voluntarily done. It is not professionally, or it is not, a professional organization or something where trained people are working. It is a society of volunteers. So artists also feel like that, and they are connected with Dr. Seth's dreams as their own dream. And I pray to God that we all artists who are present here, and some of them are not present here, I can see Rajamanti Ammaji is here, and Raja Kaleji, Rupak Bhai, and everyone, Azad Bhai, Pohankar ji, and many, many people, as one family, and just join hands and keep doing services selflessly, and do not think what SPIC MACAY is doing for you, just think what you are doing for SPIC MACAY. That's more important. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request Padma Bhushan Dr. N. Rajamji on stage to share your words of wisdom.
Meanwhile, if I may, sir, I invite Dr. Kiran Seth ji. I invite the Dean, Rauf Iqbal sir. I invite Ranjani ma'am to please take seats on the dais. So please. So we require you to felicitate the artists. Please, sir. I invite Shankar Modi sir. I invite Shankar Murthy sir. Sir, please come on the dais. Sir, please. Where's Ranjani ma'am? She's not here.
हेलो उपस्थित सभी महानुभावों को मेरा प्रणाम, नमस्कार। बहुत मुश्किल से यहाँ पहुँच पाए हम आज, बहुत ट्रैफिक। 3:30 बजे घर से निकली हुई हूँ थाने से। एक तो वर्षा, दूसरा ट्रैफिक, जगह जगह रुकते हुए। Anyway, I'm very happy I'm at last here. स्पीक मैके के बारे में, किरण भाई के बारे में जितना भी कहें कम है। ये संस्था करीब I think 1978-79 से काम कर रही है, और इसके साथ तब से मैं भी जुड़ी हुई हूँ। न जाने कितनी जगह, कितने इंटीरियर में जाने का अवसर मुझे मिला है, और छोटे छोटे बच्चों से मिलने का, इंटरैक्ट करने का अवसर मिला है। स्कूल कॉलेजेस में जाते हैं तो ये बच्चे कुछ जगह इतने इंटेलिजेंट और इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं कि सुनते ही हम लोग दंग रह जाते हैं। यानी स्पीक मैके का जो उद्देश्य है, जो पर्पस है, वो काफ़ी हद तक रियलाइज़ हो चुका है, क्योंकि बच्चे जहाँ भी मैं जाती हूँ बहुत क्यूरियस है इन विषयों के बारे में जानने के लिए। संगीत क्या है, इंस्ट्रूमेंटल म्यूज़िक क्या है, डांस क्या है, और दे आर कीन टू लर्न इट। काफ़ी बच्चे ये पूछते हैं, आरती जी अब कहाँ जाएं, किन से सीखें, कैसे सीखें। हमारी जगह तो बहुत छोटी जगह है, इट्स ए वेरी स्मॉल टाउन, यहाँ उतने टीचर्स मिलते भी नहीं वगैरह वगैरह। तो कहने का तात्पर्य इतना ही है, इस संस्था का जो तात्पर्य रहा, उद्देश्य रहा, वो 80% पूरा हो चुका है और इतना नोबल कॉज है, इसलिए हम सभी कलाकार जो है इसके साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। जितनी हेल्प हम लोगों से हो सकता है वो हम लोग देते ही हैं। ये संस्था इसी तरह काम करती रहे और इसी तरह का इन कलाओं की सेवा होता रहे। I wish the organization all the best in the years to come. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite Professor Rauf to felicitate Kiran sir.
We'll invite to be felicitate. We'd like to invite Pandit Ronu Majumdar. Sir, please join us on stage, and we'd like Dr. Seth to present. Okay. Okay, sir. हाँ. Dr. Seth, please would like you to felicitate Darshana ma'am. So we would request you to felicitate Dr. N. Rajam ma'am. I'll request Dr. Seth to present a small token to Pandit Vidyadhar Vyas. I'll request Dr. Seth to present a small token to Pandit Ajay Pohankar ji. Yes, I'll request you to felicitate Pandit Raja Kale, who's sitting. I'll request sir to felicitate Vidushi Ashwini Bhide Deshpande ma'am, who is amongst us. I'll request sir to present a small token to Ustad Raja Mia. Please present a small token to Ustad Kamal Sabri. I'll request Dr. Seth to present a small token to Pandit Rupak Kulkarni ji. Pandit Rupak Kulkarni ji. Shri Vivek Sonar ji. Sir, please present a small token to Pandit Arvind Kumar Azad. Pandit Arvind Kumar Azad. Pandit Pradeep Barut. I'll request Dr. Seth to. I'll request sir to present a token to Shri Nandesh Umap. Nandesh Umap. I'll request sir to present a small token to Srimati Anuradha Pal, ma'am. Pandit Kalinath Mishra ji. Vidwan Hari Krishna Kalyan Sundar. Requesting Dr. Seth to present a small token to Shri Hari Krishna Kalyan Sundar. Vidushi Alka Gujar. Alka Gujar. Vidushi. I'll request Dr. Seth to present a small token.
Thank you for joining us.
I'll request sir to present a small token to Vidwan Ganesh Kumar ji.
I was just saying, I went yesterday to his house, and you should see his house. Beautiful place. It's like near the, it's got a beautiful garden at the back. And when I went there, I had nice idli. I had nice idli and sambar and everything. And after that, he said that I want to donate 5 lakhs to you. So I said, what a wonderful thing. Besides giving me a shawl and all. And thank you. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. हो गया?
Srimati Amruta Kale ji has, please. Vidushi Saji Menon ji. I'll request sir to present a small token to Rishikesh Majumdar, who is the son of and the next generation of our artists. I'll request Dr. Seth to present a small token and our gratitude on behalf of SPIC MACAY to NITIE for having presented such a lovely support for this program today. I'll request sir to present a small token to Professor Murthy, who has been a pillar of support to the SPIC MACAY chapter in NITIE for the last more than 10 years.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to do my pranam once again to the artists, and I do it from the bottom of my heart. For you young students, please remember that they are the upholders of something which is invaluable and something from which one has been affected very, very deeply don't think that if you're doing your studies here at NITIE, I'm also an engineer, right? I studied engineering. And you can be a very much finer in whatever you're doing if you get associated with these great people and what they represent. Please remember that our classical music is not just music. Music is a means to go beyond music and dance. And our classical arts are like that. So I'm addressing the lovely students who are here that you must be aware of the fact that we have such a rich heritage. And you know, whenever I go to any college or when I go to any school or any such thing, I ask them, what is so great about this heritage? Sir, our heritage is great. What's so great about it? It's great, sir. But if you don't understand what is this greatness, you'll never be able to take it forward. And therefore, there's so many great artists who are sitting here. So many of them you won't even know the names. I asked the question, why? See, Einstein was a great guy, right? Everybody doesn't understand Einstein's theories, right, of relativity, of gravitational waves. But everybody recognized, even a sweeper in the West, you'll ask him, he'll say, Einstein was a great guy. Why can't we have that also about our own wonderful heritage? You understand what I'm saying? It's not just the Hollywood, Bollywood people who we should know the names of. We don't know the names of some of the greatest people in our country, which is sometimes sad. I'm not saying you're to blame for it. It is the whole education system where we place now things that are outward more importance than things that are inward. And in our country, traditionally, it has been the inward that has been given more importance than the outward. And that this sort of a thing, we must all be very careful that while taking the best of the West, I never say that you shouldn't take the best of the West. I myself have studied in America. I've worked in Bell Labs. I've seen science and technology at the boundary. So I'll always say that what great things we can learn from them. And we are learning from them. But in the process, please don't forget that our great people are carrying a tradition which is also very scientific, very, you know, what research has been done to come to this level of, you know, I just give you our classical music. You know, it's like freedom in bandhan. That's what life is all about. You go to Sa Re, if you go Sa Komal Re, or go to Sa Re, Shuddha Re in Rag Bhairav, out. So you can do all your creativity in those notes which are assigned to that raga. What a great thing. It's really freedom in bandhan. And that's what life is all about. I've learned so many things from this great tradition, thanks to the galaxy of people who are here. Even my cycle yatra, you know, I'm going for talking about this experience which one has had, not about cycling, but also about cycling, but that's, I can say, number 2. The first thing was to talk about this great thing that I have been affected by. And why? How? By random chance. Why? I question this. Why is it by random chance? I was a student at IIT, and when I used to sing Western music with a guitar. But there was one visionary staff member who used to organize a whole night of Indian classical music. And I'm not joking. I can still remember, sir, Ali Akbar Khan Sahab at 4 o'clock in the morning playing. It was something which I didn't understand then. We used to sit at the back. We used to play cards, put our dari there. What is this business? We were not interested. But what it did for me, for my studies, for my research, for my every aspect of my life has been touched by this great thing that we have. So we must, not treat it like a performance. Please, we must treat it as an experience. And if you look at it as an experience, only then will you get it. If you sit on these fancy chairs and put your feet up and say, look, I'm going to see a performance, you'll get a performance. But if you understand that this is not a performance, it's an experience, then you'll be taken to that alpha zone. That alpha zone which these artists can take you to if you are ready for it. If you just want to hear, बिस्मिल्लाह खान साहब बहुत सुंदर बात कहते थे, बहुत सुंदर बात कहते थे, आजकल ज़्यादातर वाह वाह हो रहा है, पर आह निकलवाने वाले गिने चुने रह गए. So that which should come at, when you see a good theorem in mathematics and you're not able to understand it, one day you suddenly understand, you say, kya baat hai? Same sort of a thing, much in a very powerful way comes in through our classical arts, through our classical music, through our classical dances. It's a journey which takes you to domains which you would not experience otherwise. So my dear students, please keep this in mind and make a balance. I'm not saying you should not study the best of industrial engineering, the best of management. Whatever you all are studying, it should be the best, no doubt. We are not trying to make musicians out of industrial engineers. We are trying to make you finer people, finer industrial engineers and much more competent industrial engineers, right? And I'll be failing in my duty if I don't introduce some of the long distance runners in this movement, in the sense that they are the people who are given, we don't have any paid employee in SPIC MACAY. So they have given their best to this movement. And people often ask me, what do you get out of it? I said, bhool jaat khan apan roop rang aan aban. That's what I get out of it. You just forget about it. You go into a domain in which this happens. Bhool jaat khan apan roop rang aan aban. So I just want to introduce some of the lovely people who are here. I'll start with Sabyasachi. Where's Sabyasachi? Sabyasachi? Is Sabyasachi here? Then there is Neha there. Can you just stand up there only? This is Neha. She has given a very good contribution to this movement. Yeah. There's Harsh Narayan there. Very lovely person. He has been with us for many, many years. He has been, since he was a school student. She has been there since when she was a college student in Lady Irwin College. So then there is Ambad. I just saw Ambad somewhere. Ambad was in IIT Delhi. And he is also, they're all engineers and things like, he's a dean of at MIT in Aurangabad. He's come all the way to meet all the great artists who have come, right? And then there is, where's Pranjali? Is Pranjali here? Pranjali? She has also given a beautiful contribution to this movement, Pranjali. This is Sabya. Huh? This is Sabyasachi. He joined us when he was in his first year of at VNIT Nagpur. And he's a lambi race ka ghoda. We are looking for some of these type of people like him from you. Lambi race ke ghode ghodiyan. Okay? And Modak. Huh? Mohak, yes, Mohak. Beautiful Mohak is here. She's also given her bit to this. She's very, very new, but I hope she continues. And who else? Anybody else? Very good. Anybody else? Huh? Where? They're from this institution, right? So you introduce them. I don't know them well enough.
Inviting Chandan, Prakriti, Anand, Abhay, Abhishek, who worked as a NITIE team and volunteering for to make today possible. Yeah.
We have already overshot the time by by a lot of time, and I'm once again apologize for the mistake which was on our side. That's it. Finished? You're through?
We'll invite some of the artists who have not yet spoken to share a few words.
Okay. Okay. Don't make it too long.
Okay.
Everybody is like, has to go.
There was till 5 to 6.
Huh?
We still, it was supposed to be till 7.
Huh?
It was supposed to be till 7.
Okay, so we will finish promptly at 7, the time that was given on the in the thing. We'll finish sharp at 7, before 7 in fact, okay?
I'll request our esteemed gurus and artists to speak a few words and share a few words. I'd like to request Pandit Ajay Pohankar ji, आप please थोड़ा सा आपके बारे में और ऑडियंस को थोड़ा सा हमें मार्गदर्शन दीजिए.
स्पीक मैके का इतना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन मैं क्या बताऊं, और इतने सालों से देख रहा हूं डॉक्टर किरण सेठ साहब ने इतने अच्छे अच्छे टैलेंट ढूंढे हैं कि आजकल जैसा पीआर के द्वारा जो आगे आते वैसा नहीं, उनको जो अच्छा लगता है, जो अच्छा काम कर रहा है उन्हीं को वो बुलाते हैं, लड़कों को सुनवाते हैं. तो आपने बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन किया, हम लोग क्या बताएं. धन्यवाद.
I'll request Ustad Raja Miya ji to please share a few words. Thank you, sir.
हाँ जी, मेरे लिए बड़ी खुशनसीबी की बात है कि आज मैं यहाँ पे उपस्थित हूँ और डॉक्टर साहब के साथ और डॉक्टर साहब से मिलने का मौका काफ़ी वक्त में रहा. मैं भी स्पीक मेकर से कम 25-30 साल से जो जुड़ा ही हुआ हूँ, और जो काम यहाँ पे हो रहा है बहुत ही बड़ा काम है. ये अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा कारनामा है, अचीवमेंट है, जो बहुत कम दिखाई देता है. तो ये दुआ है अल्लाह से कि ये इसी तरह चले और किरण सेठ साहब भी हमारे बीच में इसी तरह रहें हमेशा और इसको चलाते रहें, बस दुआ है.
Thank you, sir. I'll request Pandit Vidyadhar Vyas, sir, to share a few words.
नमस्कार. सबसे पहले मैं डॉक्टर किरण सेठ को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं और साथ साथ इस अवसर पर और जिस परिस्थिति में आप उभरे हैं और संस्था को उभार रहे हैं उसके लिए मैं इनको बहुत बहुत क्या कहूँ, मैं दिल से जो है, हृदय से मैं इनको बधाई देना चाहता हूँ. ये ऐसी एक बात है जो सदियों में होती है. यूँ देखा जाए तो हमारी कलाएं, जिनको हम शास्त्रीय कलाएं कहते हैं, क्लासिकल आर्ट्स कहते हैं, हमारी भारतीय कलाएं हैं, वो बहुत प्राचीन है. इतनी प्राचीन है कि मैं नहीं समझता कि दुनिया में किसी भी कला का इतना प्राचीन इतिहास होगा कि जो आज तक चला आ रहा है. हमारी कलाएं आज तक चली आ रही है, हर समय के साथ परिवर्तनशील होते हुए आज भी ये सारी कलाएं अपनी जड़ें प्राचीनता से बड़ी मजबूत रीति से पकड़ के भी आज के युग में समीचीन है, आज के युग के अनुसार चल रही है. और ये बहुत बड़ी हमारी कलाओं की बात है. समय समय पर बहुत परिवर्तन हो चुके, लेकिन जैसा आप कहें कि 1977 से जो परिवर्तन डॉक्टर किरण सेठ जी ने जो लाया है, हमारी कलाओं को विद्यार्थियों के बीच में, शैक्षणिक संस्थाओं के बीच में, और ये संस्थाएं मैं समझता हूँ कि किंडरगार्टन से लेकर बड़े बड़े यूनिवर्सिटीज़ तक ऐसी संस्थाओं में लेकर उन विद्यार्थियों को अवगत कराना, उनको उससे रूबरू कराना और इनको कम से कम इस बात का एहसास दिला देना कि ये संस्था कितनी प्राचीन है और इसमें कितनी शक्ति है। तो ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। मैं इनसे यही कह रहा था कि ये जो बात है ये इस तरह से ये नहीं की गई है, ये आज की काल की ये बात है और आगे होती रहेगी, आगे और भी बातें होती रहेगी, लेकिन इनके इंस्पिरेशन ये आपसे लिया जाएगा। तो ये एक बड़ी बात है। मैं इनको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ और हम सब कलाकार जो यहाँ मौजूद हैं, कलाकारों की तरफ से भी इनके प्रति एक कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन करना चाहता हूँ। कृतज्ञता ज्ञापन इसलिए कि ना आप केवल एक व्यक्ति है, लेकिन ये जो प्रयास है, इनका प्रयास, इन प्रयासों का एक प्रतिनिधित्व आप कर रहे हैं और आपके माध्यम से ये सब प्रयास हो रहे हैं, जिसके लिए मैं पुनः आपको हम सब की ओर से बधाई देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
I'll request Vidushi Ashwini ma'am to please share a few words with us.
इट्स बीन ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आज यहाँ मैं अटेंड कर पा रही हूँ. आई वॉज टेलिंग किरण जी कि आई एम एनवीइंग यू. इफ़ आई वर इन योर प्लेस, आई मीन आई विश आई वॉज इन योर प्लेस. तो हमेशा हम लोगों को बहुत सम्मान देते हैं, लेकिन खुद सम्मान कभी लेते नहीं हैं. तो मैं सब कलाकारों की तरफ से यही कहना चाहूँगी कि आपने जो हमें इज्जत, आदर और सम्मान देने के लायक, लेने के लायक बनाया है. हम लोग सब लोग अगर गाना या शास्त्रीय कला सीखने वाले लोग जो हैं, अगर सब लोग आर्टिस्ट बनना चाहेंगे तो हमको सुनेगा कौन? डांसर्स को देखेगा कौन? तो इन्होंने इतना बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है कि हमारे लिए ऑडियंस को इन्होंने मैं कहूँगी इन्फ्लुएंस किया है, और यही हम लोगों को ज़िंदा रखेगा. यही दिस विल टेक द ट्रेडिशन फॉरवर्ड, जिसके लिए मैं आपकी बहुत आभारी हूँ, बहुत आभारी हूँ. मुझे याद है 1981 was the first year I sang for SPIC MACAY in Delhi, in JNU, जब भाई जी मुझे लेके आए थे गाना गाने के लिए. और तब से आज तक, you can imagine how many years. It's been really a great experience for me, and now I tell my students to attend to the annual जो स्पिक मेके कन्वेंशन होता है, because it's a huge learning experience. It's a life-changing experience. And I'm saying it from the point of view of the lay listeners as well as from the point of view of us artists. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'd like to invite Pandit Raja Kale sir to share a few words.
नमस्कार जी. मैंने किरण जी को अभी कहा, वैसे तो स्पीक मैके से मैं 77 से मेरा ख्याल है जुड़ा हुआ हूँ. हमारे गुरुजी जुड़े पहले और उनके साथ हम भी जुड़ गए. ये जो अंतर यात्रा जो इन्होंने नाम दिया है, तो ये इतना बड़ा जो कार्य इन्होंने किया, ये बहुत डाउन टू अर्थ रहने की वजह से हुआ। कलाकार की अंतर यात्रा जो सुर में रहती है, सुरों के राग के ड्राइविंग जो होता है कलाकार का, राग के अंदर जो करता है, और ये अंदर से गाने वाले जो है कलाकार, वो कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, ऐसे मेरा मानना है। जो इनर वॉइस से गाएंगे, तो इन्होंने जो काम किया एक बहुत मुझे इंस्पायर करता है। मैं भी हमारे गुरुजी के नाम से स्वराभिषेक गुरुकुल, सभी कंठ संगीत के सभी प्रकार मैं सिखाता हूँ, और मुझे बहुत आनंद है वो सिखाने में। तो ये जो इनर जर्नी है, उसमें एक ट्रांसपेरेंसी होनी चाहिए, ग्राउंडेड रहना चाहिए, तो बहुत बड़ा काम हम कर सकते हैं। बड़े आर्टिस्ट हम उनके लिए इंस्पिरेशन, नए पीढ़ी के लिए हम इंस्पिरेशन बन सकते हैं। तो किरण जी का ये जो काम है मुझे बहुत इंस्पायर करता है, और मैं बहुत बधाई देता हूँ उनको कि ये ऐसे ही इनकी यात्रा चलती रहे और हमको भी इंस्पायर करती रहे, और नई पीढ़ी के साथ जुड़ने का हमें अवसर मिलता रहे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I'll request Pandit Rupak Kulkarni sir, please share a few words with us.
नमस्ते। मैं स्पीक मैके से तब से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ जब मैं खुद कॉलेज में था, करीब 1985 से, और बच्चों को भी ये देख के आश्चर्य होता था कि उनके एज का एक यंग बच्चा उनके सामने ही लेक्चर दे रहा है बांसुरी के बारे में, संगीत के बारे में। तो मैं इसका पूरा श्रेय स्पीक मैके मतलब डॉक्टर किरण सेठ को देना चाहता हूँ, जिन्होंने ये विजन देखा कि बच्चों के पास जाके हमारा संगीत सुनाना है। क्योंकि अब तक ऐसा था कि कोई बच्चे या इवन यंग जनरेशन या कुछ अदर मतलब जो मिडिल जनरेशन के जो है, वो भी सोचते थे कि शास्त्रीय संगीत बहुत कठिन है, बहुत मुश्किल है, मगर हम अगर बचपन से ही उनको सुनाएंगे, उनके पास उनको आदत बनाएंगे, तो बहुत अच्छा होता है। डॉक्टर साहब को मैं इसमें धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि उन्होंने ये सोचा, और एक फ्यूचर ऑडियंस भी उससे क्रिएट होता है। अभी भी मैं कहीं कहीं जाता हूँ तो बहुत सारे लोग आके मिलते हैं मुझे, कहते हैं कि मैंने आपको बचपन में सुना था, आप हमारे स्कूल में आए थे, कॉलेज में आए थे, अभी किसी बड़े पद पे है, किसी बैंक में है, किसी या कोई आर्मी में है, नेवी में है। तो ये बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है हम आर्टिस्टों के लिए भी कि हम कुछ कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमको गाना बजाने की सिवा कुछ आता नहीं है। तो हम समाज को यही दे सकते हैं कि हमने जो सीखा है वो हम आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। तो यही मैं प्रार्थना करता हूँ भगवान से कि डॉक्टर साहब को लंबी आयु दे और हमसे ऐसा ही काम करवाने जो हमसे समाज सेवा हो सके, और स्पीक मैके के लिए हम लोग हमेशा तैयार रहेंगे। Pranjali is saying I can speak in Marathi also. तर स्पीक मैके ही अशी एक संस्था है, ये बात मैं हिंदी में कहूँगा क्योंकि जो काम सरकार को करना चाहिए था वो स्पीक मैके कर रही है, और इसके जे काम सरकार, केंद्र सरकार असू दे किंवा राज्य सरकार, त्यांना करायला पाहिजे होतं, जे शास्त्रीय संगीत त्याचं प्रसार प्रचार ते स्पीक मैके करत आहे, आणि त्याबद्दल धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to invite Vidwan Ganesh Kumar, sir, to share a few words.
A warm good evening to all of you, the young minds. In Hindi, when you say Seth, it means somebody who's rich, prosperous. But I'm reminded of a Sanskrit shloka which goes as Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When you are surrounded by ignorance, the darkness of ignorance, there is sudden a streak of light which opens up a completely new world for you. And that streak of light is Kiran. The streak of light which opens up a completely new world for you and suddenly enables you to enjoy the repository of not just wealth, but the repository of good music. I run the television channel In Sync. And one of the major constraints that we face today is to find the Rasika. There are artist community, there are Rasikas, there are institutions. Today you see a proliferation of institutions. And there are thousands of well-meaning artists. But who's going to bridge the gap? Someone has to constantly produce, like in a production unit, you have to constantly produce the fraternity of good Rasikas. And this is the most important task, and that is what SPIC MACAY has been doing for the last almost 50 years. And for that, we need not just thank you, sir, but we are deeply indebted to you because you have done it. And as a result, today youngsters are able to enjoy the good part of music. And youngsters, for you, he said, take the best from the West. But let me add one more tagline. And when you need a rest, come to the East. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of inspiration. I'd like to invite Pandit Pradeep Barot. Sir, please share a few words.
नमस्कार किरण जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप जो काम कर रहे हैं और सतत करते ही जा रहे हैं, ये भारत के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। जो कोई कर नहीं पा रहा है, कर नहीं सकता, ऐसा बात नहीं है, पर आपको धन्यवाद। बच्चों को आप कम से कम, जैसे बचपन में घर में बहुत कुछ सिखाया जाता है, ये जो बचपन में आदत डाली जाती है अच्छे संस्कार की, उसमें एक संगीत भी है जो आपकी वजह से बच्चों तक पहुंच रहा है। ख़ास तौर से स्कूल के बच्चों, छोटे बच्चे, इंस्टीट्यूट के बच्चे और बड़े इंजीनियर होने वाले बच्चे, ये आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बस मैं इससे जुड़ा हुआ हूँ और आपकी वजह से ये संगीत हमारा बच्चों पे बहुत अच्छा असर हो रहा है। इसका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I'll request Ustad Kamal Sabri, sir. Please, आप.
हमारे बोलने से ज़्यादा बड़ी शख्सियत है, हम इनके बारे में क्या सूरज को चिराग दिखाएंगे। चलिए फिर मैं हाजिर होता हूँ, ऊपर ही आ जाता हूँ। Thank you. Namaskar to everyone. मैं तो बचपन से ही अपने पिताजी के वक्त से मुझे मौका मिला कि किरण जी के जितने भी कॉन्सर्ट्स होते थे उनकी सारंगी कैरी करके मैं जाता था. So, and he was he always involved with the SPIC MACAY since SPIC MACAY was started. And not only in India, I had the opportunity to accompany Kiran ji on international tours as well, like in Norway and Germany and other parts of the world. तो मैं ये कहूँगा कि किरण जी ने न सिर्फ भारत में इसको फैलाया बल्कि पूरे विश्व में इसका एक ऐसा काम किया है कि वहाँ के बच्चों को भी हमारी सारंगी और तबला और हारमोनियम और फ्लूट के बारे में वो बच्चे भी जानते हैं. तो इसका श्रेय हमारे माननीय किरण जी को जाता है. मैं चाहूँगा कि एक बार ज़ोरदार तालियों से इस चीज़ के लिए कि सिर्फ भारत के बच्चों के नहीं बल्कि पूरे विश्व के बच्चे आज सारंगी और तबला के बारे में जानते हैं. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया किरण जी. मेरी दुआ है कि इस तरह ये दीप आगे चलता रहे और कार्रवाई जारी रहे. शुक्रिया, बहुत मेहरबानी.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to invite Pandit Arvind Kumar Azad, sir, to please share a few words.
नमस्कार. यहाँ मंच पे आसीन सबसे पहले डॉक्टर एन राजम अम्मा, उनके चरणों को हम प्रणाम करते हैं. डॉक्टर किरण सेठ जी, क्या कहें, स्पीक मैके से जब तबला के देवता पद्म विभूषण हमारे गुरुजी पंडित किशन महाराज जी जुड़े हुए थे, तो मेरे लिए तो स्पीक मैके एक मंदिर है कि जहाँ मेरे गुरु ने अपनी सेवा रखी. ऐसे मंच पे हमको भी आप मौका देते हैं. पंडित राजन साजन जी, पंडित बिरजू महाराज जी, कितनी विभूतियों को स्पीक मैके के प्रति उनका जुड़ाव देखा. उन लोगों के साथ हमने भी बहुत से टूर किए और बहुत कुछ हमने सीखा स्पीक मैके से. बहुत से कॉलेजेस में गए. एक तबला वादक होने के नाते सभी विधाओं के साथ संगत करना और बहुत कुछ सीखा. तो उनके तो नाम में ही किरण है. वो तो संगीत जगत के लिए अपने आप में किरण की तरह हैं, नाम की तरह हैं. हम उनको अपनी बहुत संगीत में शुभकामना देते हैं. और हम सभी कलाकार बिरादरी जो आज यहाँ बैठी हैं, सभी हमारे बड़े हैं. सभी की तरफ से हम आपको प्रणाम कहते हैं. आप सबों का धन्यवाद.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to invite Srimati Anuradha Pal ma'am to kindly share a few words in our gathering. Thank you so much.
Namaskar, pranam to Amma, Rajam Amma, Darshana Masi, and Dr. Kiran Seth and all the others on the dais, and to all the great musicians sitting in the audience here today. We all know SPIC MACAY's great contribution, Dr. Seth's contribution. It's absolutely unparalleled. I think like a few of the other speakers have already said, जैसे कहते हैं ना कि सब लोगों ने सब कुछ बोल दिया, अब मेरे लिए कुछ बचा नहीं है बोलने के लिए. लेकिन मैं कोशिश यही कर रही हूँ कि जो the beauty of this organization, I think, is about the way the interaction of the musicians with the children, and that unique model that you created of lecture demonstrations, connecting with different audiences, and building it from the grassroots level going up. I think that's such a visionary, brilliant idea. And to do it on this war footing, literally with this lifelong commitment and this passion that you have demonstrated. And what I really admire is not just what you have done, but how you have been able to impact and influence the young generation, the volunteers of SPIC MACAY, to be able to carry this on across the country and across the globe. It speaks volumes of the way you can influence lives, of the way you have impacted the students and the kind of contribution and service you have given to Indian classical music and dance. It's absolutely, I mean, I think this is absolutely unparalleled, what you have contributed. And I have done so many concerts for SPIC MACAY. It's been such a beautiful, close, I should say, family interaction, journey of growing together. I remember those concerts, as Dr. Seth was talking about, with Hariji in the Northeast, in Dimapur, and we had this very complicated tour. And the concerts, the food, the fun, and interaction at all those events. Then, of course, with Shahid Parvez ji, with so many artists that I have played with in SPIC MACAY, every one of those concerts is etched in my mind as something that I learned from, and I enjoyed the interaction with the students, because that's one thing I just love to connect with the younger audiences, with people, and break those artificial barriers that somewhere have come around. And I'm so, I must really compliment you and SPIC MACAY for doing the phenomenal job that you're doing. Please stay healthy, stay blessed, sir. Please do take care of your health as you take care of us, and be well. And big, big thanks to SPIC MACAY's volunteers and the force in the colleges and the schools across the world that take this forward. Thank you to everybody. Namaskar.
I'll request Pandit Kalinath Mishra. सर आप थोड़ा सा हमारे साथ साझा कीजिए.
यहाँ पे उपस्थित सभी लोगों को मैं प्रणाम करता हूँ, और मेरे मित्र आज़ाद भाई और गणेश जी ने बड़े अच्छे शब्दों में कहा, लेकिन मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि काश मैं भी सेठ होता तो शायद किरण की तरह होता, क्योंकि सूर्य कभी नहीं देखता कि वो अपना किरण कहाँ कहाँ फेंकता है. हमारे मित्र बैठे हैं. पहला टूर मैंने इनके साथ स्पीक मेके का किया था, 12 प्रोग्राम किया बेंगलोर में, पंडित रूपक भाई. पर स्पीक मेके में हम जाते क्यों हैं? पैसा तो मिलता नहीं है. हम कलाकारों को पैसा भी तो चाहिए, क्यों रोनुदा? लेकिन सर जो आप देते हैं ना, वो कोई पैसा वाला नहीं देता है. आपके स्पीक मेके में जो मान सम्मान मिलता है, जो मर्यादा मिलता है, जो अपनापन मिलता है, जो प्रेम मिलता है, वो कहीं पैसों से ज़्यादा है. आप स्वस्थ रहिए, खुश रहिए भगवान की तरफ से. और कहते हैं कि मंदिर अगर मार्बल का, रोनुदा में गलत तो नहीं कह रहा हूँ? नहीं, कुछ कह रहे थे तो मैंने कहा कि कहीं कुछ कह तो नहीं रहे हैं. मैंने कहा कि मार्बल का मंदिर बना हो और उस मंदिर में भगवान नहीं है तो मज़ा नहीं आएगा. बड़ी सुंदर मंदिर है, लेकिन उसमें भगवान कौन है? हम सब हैं। और अगर किरण जी नहीं होते तो हम नहीं होते, हम नहीं होते तो किरण जी नहीं होते। तो इसलिए किरण जी को भगवान अच्छा रखे, स्वस्थ रखे, और हम सभी कलाकारों पे अपना ऐसे ही प्यार बरसाते रहिए। धन्यवाद।
I'll request Shri Vivek Sunar sir, please share a few words.
नमस्कार। रंगमंच पर उपस्थित सर्वज्येष्ठ, ऑडिटोरियम में उपस्थित सारे ज्येष्ठ कलाकारों को प्रणाम। सारे कलाकारों ने मुझे जो बोलना था वो तो पहले ही बोल के रखा है, लेकिन एक बात कहना चाहूँगा। स्पिक मैके या डॉक्टर किरण सेठ दोनों एक ही है, और वो है शास्त्रीय संगीत की एक मूवमेंट है। इस मूवमेंट में मैं गुरुजी के साथ 2013 से ज्वाइन हुआ, और उसके बाद आपने मुझे इंडिविजुअली भी टूर पे बुलाया, और मैं इस मूवमेंट का एक हिस्सा हूँ। इसका मुझे बहुत अभिमान है, और मैं आपका बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ। 7 बज गए हैं। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
विदुषी अलका गुजर मैम, आप थोड़ा सा प्लीज शेयर फ्यू वर्ड्स।
सम्मानीय व्यासपीठ और बहुत बड़े बड़े कलाकार, मैं बहुत छोटी कलाकार हूँ, सितार बजाती हूँ, और 10-12 साल से मैं डांस के साथ संगत करती हूँ, और स्पीक मैके की वजह से मैं आज बहुत जगह जाती हूँ। पंडित बिरजू महाराज जी के साथ, पंडिता उमा डोगरा जी के साथ, पद्म श्री सुनैना जी के साथ, काली भैया के साथ, तो हम लोगों ने बहुत स्पीक मैके के प्रोग्राम किए। तो आज मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही कि इतने बड़े स्पीक मैके के मीट में मैं भी शामिल हुई हूँ, मुझे यहाँ आने का मौका मिला, और सारी गुरुजनों को मेरा बहुत 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 मैं नतमस्तक हूँ, सादर प्रणाम करती हूँ। और डॉक्टर किरण सेठ जी का मैं बहुत तहे दिल से आभारी हूँ कि हम लोग जैसे आर्टिस्टों को भी आपकी वजह से बहुत बड़े बड़े जगह, बहुत अच्छे अच्छे स्कूल में मौका मिलता है। और एक बात और कहना चाहती हूँ कि जो आपके ऑर्गेनाइजर्स हैं, इतने अच्छे से सबका आदर आतिथ्य करते हैं। जब हम प्रोग्राम जाते हैं तो सब्यासाची जी है, प्रांजलि है, एक एक छोटी छोटी बातों का इतना ध्यान रखते हैं और बहुत लगन से काम करते हैं। तो मैं थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। तो मैं ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ स्पीक मैके, ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ आवर एंटायर टीम, हमारे गुरुजनों का बहुत ही आदर और प्रणाम से हम नतमस्तक हैं, और हम आपका आशीर्वाद चाहेंगे। और this is our heartfelt gratitude to all, each and every galaxy of gurus and artists who have come today to inspire and share their inspirational words, and I'm sure that it will remain in our soul and our mind for a long, long time to come. So I'd like to invite Prakriti to take it ahead and continue. Thank you.
So now I think we have reached towards the end of the event, and I would like to invite Professor Shankar Murthy sir, Dean Academics, to please come on stage and give vote of thanks.
Good evening all. First of all, it's my pride and privilege to welcome Dr. Kiran Seth. He has been here in our campus, I think so 2-3 times, he was staying in a guest house also when the international convention at IIT Mumbai was organized. And I had my pride and privilege to engage with him and spend few hours with him. And I'm also involved in SPIC MACAY, all the programs. I'm the faculty coordinator for NITIE. And I learned a lot of things. And I think so I still remember Ronu Mujumdar ji inaugurated this hall with his flute. Okay, please give him a big round of applause. This hall was inaugurated by his flute, and it's still reverberating here. And I remember Dr. Rajam ji and her daughter and granddaughter, all three of them, they performed here. So, Sadar Pranam Madam Aapko. And Pohekar sir also, you remember sir, you were here, performed here? Yes. He also performed here. Of course, in 2015, 16, somewhere around that time, about 10 years back, at least 10 years back. And yes, sir also along with him, and I think so. I still remember few faces like who are here, and we were really blessed to have all these great scientists, great artists along with their companies performing for our students and also the faculty members and staff members of this institute. I wholeheartedly thank each and every one of you for having blessed us with your gracious presence today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request all the dignitaries and faculty members to move towards tea and snacks at DGMP office. And I request all the students to just be seated for 5 minutes more as we escort our guests. Thank you. Yeah, the student coordinators will guide all of you towards the DGMP's dining room. Thank you so much. It is on the 6th floor. We have high tea and snacks arranged for all our guests, so please. 6th floor. I request all the student coordinators to please escort our guests and help.